Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome back once again to JJ's PC Build. As JJ with you once again. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like button. It would be much appreciated since YouTube doesn't want to put us out there. I know you guys hear that all the time, so just saying. Okay. Today, we're going to be getting into graphics card nightmares right here on the channel. This is my second time making the video. Second time. The reason is because when I made it the first time, I didn't like it. So I'm doing it a second time to see if I really like it. And we're going to see what happens there. So we're going to jump in the action screen. I have nothing set up whatsoever. So bear with me and we'll get it all cooking. And now we made it to the action screen. As you can see, I have absolutely nothing on it. And the reason for that is because I like to tell you also. I see when I do this, I want to take you guys bit by bit, piece by piece, all the way through it. So that way you see everything I see. So basically this is like looking through the lens of my eyes. So we're going to go ahead, and I know you guys hear the microphone. I'm going to go ahead and just click on this. And there we go. Duck, duck, go like usual. I'm also experimenting with something too, and I'll tell you all at the end what I'm experimenting with so you can see what I'm doing. All right. Now, you're going to have to stick around for Saturday as well for new time for Pacific Standard Time. So 12 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, we're going to do a live feed. And then on live feed, we'll be talking about the 5060 Ti. We'll be talking about the 9060 series, and stuff like that. So if you want to hear more about that, then we'll bring it to that. But for now, we're just going to go through like we normally do. We go through Amazon, we go through Newegg, we go through Micro Center. I ain't going to take you through eBay, because we all know that's hacker's paradise. And it seems that, one of these days they're already starting to cook their way through Amazon and Newegg and all that. And nobody knows it. But we know it and we're going to talk about it. So let's go ahead and just jump right into it. And I got the big cursor as always. So we're going to type in Amazon and click on Amazon, and we're going to go to the graphics cards for gaming PCs. I'm just going to stick, get past the drama. Looks like they got a lot of the low end cards coming out. They got right here a 730 LP, 2 gigabytes. I doubt you're going to be wanting to get that. Now, guys, I'm going to explain something. These cards right here, okay, these cards right here, if you got like an office and you don't play games, cards like this is good for office programs, but for content creator work, not so good. But when it comes to office work, like doing, charts and stuff like that, yeah, they're not too bad for that. So don't count these out just yet, even though that the drivers software has discontinued on some of these. Don't count it all out just yet. They're still just as good. And you can use, this one right here for 65 bucks. If you're building a server, and you want graphics with it, then, it's a good little, graphics card. So that way, you can check out your servers and stuff like that. But if you don't, then that's up to you. So, but looking at it, the price is, 5070 Ti, it's $970. It's came down a lot. Don't forget your drink and snacks, by the way. It's came down a lot. So 5070 Ti come down to $970. Not too bad. Not too bad. 3050, it's a $200 card. 6 gigabytes, To each his own. 6,600 at 270. No, that's way too much. Anything that's gonna jump out at me or jump out at you, either way. 3060. It's still not a bad little card for $329. Still not a bad little card. 7,600. It's not a bad little card neither. Um, the 3050 again. See, we got a 2060 Super with 256-bit bus, GDR6, 8 gigabytes of VRAM, sports up to 8K for PC. That right when somebody puts that right there, then that means that's a China-based card. I'm not interested. We all know the real deal of the 2060. We all know the real deal. And that's not it. So 1050, no. See these third-party cards? No. I don't even recognize them. Wow. Let's see, 5090. $4,197. I think I could build 3 PCs with that. 3060 for too much. 4060, way too much. 7800 XT, way too much. I think they're digging for straws, guys. I really do. I think they're digging for straws with these graphics cards. Because they got really nothing really else to sell. And this is surprising. Amazon's looking like a bare bones situation. I mean, $290, not a bad card. Not a bad card. If you're into light gaming and stuff like that, AAA gaming, that's not going to be really good for you. But it did play Starfield. Now, if you adjust your settings, you might be able to get some of those AAA games to work. But, you know, that's kind of a guesswork there. But you might be able to. Let's see. And no. Okay. Did I see anything special on Amazon? No. Let's go to Newegg and see what they got cooking. Newegg. Newegg, what do you got cooking? What are you hiding up your skirt? I mean, never mind, not your skirt. I mean your page. You guys know what I mean. Get it real. This one right here, Sapphire, right, with 7900 XT, 20 gigabytes of GDR6, $650. Monster Hunter Wilds, what is about $80? So knock $80 off of that. That makes it around 500 and some dollars. Not bad. If you guys see this video tonight, this is not a bad deal, guys. And they're shipping it from the United States, so it's only got a $10 shipping on it. So that means it's $649. That makes it $650. That makes it $660 minus the 80. Makes it $580. Somewhere in there. Not a bad deal. MSI 3060, too expensive. 7800 XT. Yeah. Okay. You're going to go up here and you're going to take and get a 7900 XT for less than soup to nuts. And you're going to come down here and look at the Sapphire card for a 7800 XT for more price than the 7900 XT. Makes unbelievably no sense. I mean, when people sell on these websites, they seriously need to take a look at all the competition that's there and see if they can match up with some of the competition. Whoever's got the lowest price wins. You know, 5070 Ti for $1,100, $1,120. I mean, unbelievable. Am I seeing any deal? I seen one deal on Newegg. One deal. So far, one deal. And I'm going down the road looking, guys, and I'm looking. I've been looking for the last month for the serious deals. Now, you got this one here, 7600 XT, 16 gigabytes for $420. Price to performance says it should be $100 less. But if you're looking for a 16 gigabyte card, it could be. I'm just cringing a little bit. Could be an okay card. Azrock Steel Legend 97. Look at this. $1,299. And you got a 7900 XT with 20 gigabytes of VRAM for what? $580 with the game, make it $650, whatever. And that's the ugliest card. I'm sorry, Azrock. That is the ugliest card. You guys really need to change the color scheme on that. Seriously. 9070 XT, $1,000. Oh, yeah. AMD is going to have a card right at MSRP. Yeah. I can really see it at MSRP. Yeah, really at MSRP. I mean, I'm just jumping hoops that it's at MSRP of $1,000. So this cloak and dagger that, but you know what? In the beginning, AMD did have the board partners put out there and the retailers put out their MSRP cards. But I can tell you, it really didn't land that much on the sites that people can take and buy from, like Amazon and Newegg. Finding out that they were holding cringing stock in the back. I'm going to be looking into that on Saturday on the live stream with you all. We got a lot cooking. I mean, there's a lot going. And I can tell you, Amazon hiding 9070s, from what I've been hearing, is not a good look. It is not a good look. So, make sure y'all, if you see any of those reports, make sure you post them in Discord. So that way everybody can see, and I'll try to see where I can find some of those reports because I know I found some somewhere and I just got to find them. But I did see them and I'm not making this up. So I don't know what Amazon's doing, hoarding the 9070 XTs for what? To sell them for $5,000 a piece? Are you crazy? I bet you they're doing that on eBay. Or they can do it right here. I mean, they got a whole platform to take and hoard all the 9070 XTs and take and sell them for $5,000 or the 50 series. Price gouging. They should be ashamed of themselves. Ashamed. Busted. Ashamed of themselves. You should put your head between your legs and just kiss your rear end. Finding this out today, and I'm bringing it up now. Everybody, I had a friend that told me, well, don't bring it up too much because people might not understand. They might want to think that you're lying about it. And I told him like this, if you heard it, I know you heard it. If you lied to me about it, I will find out about it. But I did hear from multiple people, Amazon's been hoarding 9000 series graphics cards. And if they're selling them up on eBay, you know what? I will stop putting their retail channel on mine when I do Graphics Card Nightmare. I will cut them completely off. If I get some, if I hear some serious trueness to this, I will cut them completely off. You will never, ever hear Amazon's name in this channel ever again. Amazon, you better grow up and find out who did you wrong. Because I know it can't be everybody, but you never know in this world now these days it could be. Not blaming anybody, but I'm going to tell you what I heard. And that's what I heard. And if people don't like it, then just kiss my rear. So simple as that. Let's go to Micro Center. Now, if a Micro Center was next to me, yeah, I would have the best advantage in the world because I would be able to get parts and everything else. But when you live in the desert, you don't have that advantage. So it's like living at the North Pole. You get what you can get. All right, Micro Center. Let's see what they got cooking this week with the graphics card. Cards. I do want to talk about AMD one day, and go through the soup and nuts about all their graphics cards. Some of them, not all of them. But, I would really like to do that because believe it or not, I'm not all NVIDIA. Okay. I told you guys I'm either for the hardware or I'm not. If the hardware is good, I'm going to tell you. If the hardware is bad, I'm going to tell you. Either way, I'm going to tell you. So it's not the matter of nailing a company's name to a piece of hardware. If the hardware is good, I can nail the name to it. But if it's bad, I'm definitely going to nail the name to it. So let's get down to the brass tacks. Let's see, anything of worth. I say anything of worth is because I go under the strict thumb of $600 or less. Because people don't understand that the consumer now these days have to go by that rule of thumb. That's into the let's say the mid generation when you're building a PC, mid to low end. So they can go from $200 all the way up to 600. That's the kind of group I stay right in with, is because if you go to buy a graphics card for 1,500, 2,000, 5,000, 6,000, what is there to report on? That's the 1% crowd. They already got their own channels. They already got their own gig going on. I'm sticking right with the consumer, what the consumer can afford. And that's pretty much where I nail it down. I mean, 7600 XT, 429, 609, I can say that's teetering right on the edge of the $600 mark. $10 more, I could say, okay. I could say, okay. Because for the simple fact that if you bought a 4070 Super for the same price, and this is one step upwards, then it's not a bad deal. It's not a bad deal at this point. So moving on, 7,600, no, 599, 7,800 XT, 599, right there at the edge of $600. 9070, 660, $670. Guys, when they advertised it being $549, I'd rather see it there. And also, too, with this overclocking the 9070 with the XT firmware, all you're doing is you're just killing that GPU. And sooner or later, after you get done killing that GPU, you don't think you're going to return it back to the company. That'll be dishonesty. When you alter the firmware, they will know it. Okay. You alter that firmware, they will know it. Because it'll be time coded. Good luck by altering it and try to send it back. I'm sure you didn't know that. Not unless you found a way around that. But as far as what I'm seeing right now so far, look, Micro Center's got good hardware. I'm not going to knock them whatsoever at all. Their platform, they got a PC platform like your motherboard, your CPU, your RAM, your SSD, to build your platform, they got it. They got a 5070 here, overclocked, $550. $550. $550. You know what? I'm not going to knock the 5070. Not when I know I can go over to GitHub and get the PhysX 32-bit and add it to this. And guess what? Life goes on. NVIDIA, you should have left it in there. And then when you got to the 60 series, then you should have let everybody know that PhysX 32-bit will be discontinued. And you should have told the public PhysX 64-bit should have came out. But you didn't do that. So you didn't do that. Moving on. Let's see. Nothing's really jumping out at me right now. This might jump out at you. $360 for the 7600 XT. So going to get you buy card until then, 9070 XT for 730. But you get the 7900 XT for 710. 16 gigabytes of VRAM, 20 gigabytes of VRAM, $30 cheaper, $30 more expensive. Do your own math. The math shows right there what it's all about. Do your own math. And the performance, if you run an older CPU with those cards, you're not going to reach the level of what they're getting on the test results for those cards. You're not going to get it. If you don't match their system, some of these reviewers, you don't match their system tooth and nail, you're not going to even get close to what they're talking about. But you can get a little bit closer by doing a little bit of a PBO and stuff like that. You can get closer, just like I did. I mean, my 5700X pushes my 4070 right to its edge. So everybody thinks that it can't. It can. I'm happy with it, and I'm sticking with it until the next generation. Maybe. I might build a test bench with one of these so-called 9070 XTs or on a decent motherboard and, not saying mine ain't decent. Mine back then when AM4 was out, Strix was the shit. Strix was the shiz. So I have to look at it like that, guys. You go with your high-end boards. You had your Tough and your Strix. And they had some Prime boards in there too. I'm not too into the Prime, but the Strix and the Tough, for Asus, I can get by with that. Then y'all are going to say, well, Jay, you're just getting by. Huh? Yeah. Look at this. $250. B580 right there in Micro Center. Only place you'll find it right now in any place in the world. Maybe over in Europe, they got their own little place, but here, Micro Center, $250. 250 MSRP. It's still an ugly card. I know I better stop because, I don't want to offend, a company because I said it's an ugly card. So, uh, anything else I see that's with a value? Oh, they got a 5070 Shadow for 550. Look, I'm not going to knock the 5070. I'm not going to knock the 5070. One, it doesn't have enough power to catch that plug on fire. Two, it's a 8% improvement over my card. Outboard. 12, well, let's get the benefit of the doubt. Let's just say 12 to 13% above my card. Let's just say that. So I'll be happy with that. But anyway, let's go back to the main screen. Okay, guys, just a little bit of my 2 cents for what we've seen today. Oh, and I forgot to tell you guys, you were wondering why my screen is kind of moving now. Hope it doesn't drive you crazy. Let's go back to the action screen. I'll show you why. That right there. Looks like there's a studio effects for NVIDIA broadcast. So that's what we got going on right here. So this is NVIDIA broadcast. So if I move back or I move to the side or down here, it's supposed to follow me. It's supposed to follow me. So, but if you move your hand across, and oh, it works. It works. So I just wanted to show you guys what I was doing. I was messing with something, so it seems to work for me. And hopefully it'll work for you. It works for everybody, don't you know? But anyway, guys, I am going to get out of here. Don't forget about Saturday, noontime. We got a live show coming up too. So make sure you stick around for that. Noontime. And we're going to try on Sunday. We are going to try again to get pre-built, panorama going on, see what kind of pre-builts are out there, and mix it up a little bit again. But if you made it to the end of the video, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you know when I post the next video. Until the next time and the next video, you know it is, and we'll see you on the next one.